What's going on, WWE Universe? This is your man T.Jones of Jones Street TV alongside Best in the World 1989 War Machine. We're here to shout out to the Brash Sean Views on YouTube. Shout out to him. This video is inspired by that, man. So we're gonna book how we would book the Bullet Club, the Bulletproof Baylor Club, whatever you guys want to call it. We're gonna go ahead and talk about that, how we would book them versus the Shield, and how we would book them taking over the WWE. I'm gonna let my man War Machine start us off, cause this is from the twisted mind of him. Let's get it, brother.
Okay, so we're over here talking about our ideas on how we'll book the club, or Bulletproof, whatever you want to call it. I say that at Extreme Rules this Sunday, which actually is tomorrow, AJ Styles does not defeat Roman Reigns for the title. As much as we want to see it, like we said in our prediction video, as much as we want to see it, we just don't see it happening.
Right.
So here's our idea. So AJ Styles loses at Extreme Rules. The following night on Raw, AJ Styles says that he may have lost to Roman Reigns, but no one's going to stop him from winning the Money in the Bank briefcase, along with the club in the ring. Also, the club says, you know what? Ever since we've been here, we realize that there's something we haven't went for. So they're going to throw their names in the hat to get a number one contenders match against the New Day at Money in the Bank. So we go to Roman Reigns. As for Roman Reigns, he beefs with someone at Money in the Bank. I don't know who the guy would be. It can be anybody. It can be Kevin Owens, Alberto Del Rio, Sheamus, anybody. So what would happen is, at Money in the Bank, the Bullet Club will defeat the New Day to win the Tag Team Championship. Anderson and Gallows will end the New Day's streak. So when the New Day loses the Tag Team titles, the same night AJ Styles wins the Money in the Bank briefcase. So we go to the main event, and whoever Roman Reigns faces, like we said, Sheamus, Alberto, whoever it is, he defeats them. After the match, Anderson and Gallows run down and attack Roman. Roman tries to fight him off, but he can only fight him off to a limit. And then next thing you know, they hit him with the Magic Killer or the Boot of Doom, knocks him out. When he gets laid out, here comes AJ Styles with the briefcase and the referee. He gives the ref the briefcase. He decides to cash in. The fans are erupting. AJ goes for the cover. 1, 2, but Roman kicks out. AJ Styles picks him up and hits him in the center of the ring with a Styles Clash, and becomes the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So not only does the Bullet Club win the tag team titles and the briefcase, they also win the WWE title in the same night, and gives the club some history to keep them running. That's how we'll start it off.
And I'm with that. I'm real, like I said before, I like that idea. That would give, then that would put, that would really work. Yeah, that would work. Then that would lead into Roman. No, that would lead. Then that would lead into AJ Styles getting this title. Then that would lead into what me and you've been talking about for the longest is that the takeover, the club takes over WWE, and I think it all starts with the return of Seth Rollins. And I say that because if with that being Seth Rollins would have to interfere in tomorrow's match for that to happen, because I want to say that either AJ Styles, well, it's a given that AJ Styles is going to lose, but he loses. And, well, let's pause that real quick. They say AJ Styles is injured. He has a couple of injuries. This could be his way out. And this could be a way to bring Seth Rollins in. You know, he takes over for a while. AJ Styles comes back after, say, a month or two, or a week or two, or a month or two, comes back, yo, this is my group. What are you doing? You know, then that sets up a feud between, you know, then after, with that happening, it gives the club time to build a reputation. Like my boy War Machine said, build street cred in the WWE. Then that gives Seth Rollins time to get his momentum back. Then it gives time for AJ Styles to come back and reclaim his crew, reclaim his team back. Then after you get, then that sets up a feud between AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, which lead Roman Reigns to face whoever the hell he wants to face. Then AJ Styles gets the club back. Then boom, they turn on Seth Rollins, stomp him out. Then Roman Reigns comes out. No, Dean Ambrose will be the one to come out to save Seth Rollins. He gets stomped out. Then Roman Reigns comes out and gets stomped out. Then leads to a Shield versus the club match. Go. What you think, bro?
I like that. But I also had another idea, if we don't want to go with that one.
All right.
But obviously, we don't know how this will work now. But, like, because the rumors of Seth coming back sooner than later, we also had the idea that, like we said, after Money in the Bank, the following night on Raw, the show comes on, and the Usos are laid out. Like, they are beaten down, and they have to be taken out.
Right.
In the ambulance. They both have to be taken out in the ambulance to the hospital. We don't know who took them out. Everybody assumes that it was the club. So, Roman Reigns comes out and demands his rematch clause right there tonight on Raw. So, the club tries not to do that. But Shane McMahon says, you know what? This is a new era. Usually we wouldn't do that, but we're going to do that. So he gives Roman Reigns his rematch. In the main event, it's AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns for the WWE title. Main event on Raw. And Roman Reigns is about to look like he's going to win back his championship when all of a sudden the club hits the ring, attacks Roman, causing a disqualification. And it's a 3-on-1 beatdown until you hear the music of Dean Ambrose, the man who is considered as Roman Reigns' brother. He comes down to the ring and tries to help Roman fight off the club, but the club lays both of them out. So at the end of the night, the club stands tall. AJ is still your WWE champion, causing this to lead to a match on Friday Night SmackDown. The main event is Anderson and Gallows in tag team action, the tag team champions, versus Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, which Roman and him win the match, but are laid out again the same night that they win. They laid out on SmackDown again, which goes on to Raw, which there wants another piece of the Bullet Club. And so somehow, some way, they set up a main event, which is a 3-on-2 handicap match. Anderson, Gallows, and Styles, the club, versus Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, which ends in disqualification after the club just, all three of them get in the ring and just start beating them down. When it looks like the club is about to lay out them again, the music hits. The music of Seth Rollins runs down to the ring, slides in. He looks like he's about to attack. He looks at the club. He looks at Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. He turns to the club. He throws up Bullet Club. When Anderson and Gallows walk over to throw a club with him, he hits AJ Styles.
Right.
Letting everybody know that he's not with the club. And the Shield lays waste and throw all three of the club members outside of the ring.
I like that.
Now, the show goes off with the club going up the ramp and Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Steph looking at each other. And Michael Cole ends the show with the classic line. Is this the return of the Shield?
I can see that. But you know what though? We talked about something very important that we talked about off the air, about people joining. I think before the Shield, I like that idea. I'm gonna play more off of that, but I want to put it to where, you know, Roman Reigns is the champion and Seth like that. Are the Shield back together and Seth Rollins? We're not back together. I don't care about these guys. I just don't like them. And if I got to fight with these guys to get rid of these guys, I will. But I would want to say that the numbers outdo the Shield. Like, they can't take on. Like, it's like a divided. I want it to be where they have to join force. The Shield has to come back together. Because the club are terrorizing the WWE. They're basically, technically, I would say, they're all the gold, right? The Gallows.
Yeah, they will have the WWE Championship and the Tag Team titles.
And basically, they running the WWE. They can't be stopped. And like the only people that could stop them would be the Shield. And would put them into what we would like to say war games. You know.
Well, actually, the idea.
Go ahead.
Was to basically, this where I'm going with this. Sorry. What I had in mind was,
what you
like
got?
I said, this will lead up. Like, we'll find out the Shield back together, and basically, like he said, Seth will basically say, "I'm only doing this with you guys to take care of these guys. Then I'm going back and getting the WWE title that I never lost."
Right.
So they work out that type of deal. So at Battlegrounds, they set up a match between the club and the Shield. And in this match, it's no disqualification. A no disqualification 6-man main event at Battlegrounds. The WWE title will not be on the line. We're basically going to make this feud between the Shield, the reformed Shield, and the club bigger than the title. So basically make it where the title doesn't need to be defended. So, in this match, before the night is over, the club says that they're going to take out the Shield one way or another. So, at the end of the show, they basically hit that there could always be a fourth guy. Just leaving it out there. And so, then that starts throwing a little tension into the Shield, making them think, who's going to turn on who? So what happens is, it sets up where the club comes down to the ring, and the Shield, they're coming down to fight with each other against the club, but they're questioning one another, because the club, like we said earlier tonight, says, you know, if we need to, there could be another member to the club, making us think that it probably could be Seth Rollins turning on the Shield.
Right.
So they'll have their match in a no disqualification 6-man tag main event And the Shield will be getting the upper hand. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins will take Anderson and Gallows to the crowd. AJ Styles will go for a Pele kick, but Roman Reigns will move, causing him to hit AJ Styles with the Superman punch. When AJ Styles is down, Roman Reigns gets to the corner and gets ready to spear. Roman Reigns is getting ready to spear AJ Styles when all of a sudden the lights cut off. The lights cut off, they come back on, and you see Finn Balor standing in the middle of the ring. The whole crowd marks out. Roman is looking like, what are you doing here? But Finn doesn't do anything. As soon as Roman Reigns turns around, AJ Styles hits him with the phenomenal forearm.
Right.
Which knocks down Roman Reigns. And he looks at Finn. Finn looks at AJ. And they're looking at each other like they're about to go at it. When all of a sudden, Finn goes to the top rope. And he hits Roman Reigns in the chest with the coup de grace.
Ooh,
and telling AJ Styles, go for the cover. 1, 2, 3. The club defeats the Shield. And the newest member to the club is Finn Balor.
But I like that idea. But then again, it goes down to one we always talk about when we say the other member. Who could it be? It's a good plot to it.
Wait, I know what you're going. You want to talk about the other guys that we were thinking about bringing into the club?
I mean, the main guy we talked about bringing to the club before Finn, the alternative person.
Oh, okay. Who's that?
Okay, like I said, it's a play on Bash at the Beach 95. If you don't know what Bash at the Beach 95 is, WWE Network 999. Check it out. So that concept, we have another member of the club. He's coming tonight, but it's somebody you never would expect. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's known for rising above the hate. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, he comes out. They're terrorizing, like Cena comes out to save the day. But next thing you know, he picks up Roman Reigns. Boom, boom! AA, attitude adjustment. Next thing you know, AJ Styles go for the pin. 1, 2, 3. The club wins. And the newest and John Cena takes off his shirt and he has a club shirt on.
I would love to see that happen, but it's the question of the question. Will Cena be the guy? Here's the problem that I have with Cena joining the club is, what role will Cena play? Will he try to be the Hogan of the group and say he got to be WWE champion? Because Cena claims to get the WWE title a lot.
But if he gets the
will he play second fiddle? Like, will he actually allow himself to play second fiddle? Because this is John Cena we're talking about.
But then again, they say they are trying to give him the U.S. title. So that wouldn't, I don't think he would mind playing down to the belt. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind giving the belt to the younger guy. Well, the younger.
Let's see. That's the idea I like. I like Cena joining the club. I'll let him join, but I feel like not now. We're going to talk. You know what? We should talk about that in part 2 of the video.
All right. Y'all going to get that Monday.
So we're going to, basically, we're about to tell you some guys that we think should join the club. And right now, like we said, we leave it with Finn being revealed as the 4th guy to the club at Battlegrounds. He helps the club win the match, which forces the club to deliver a simple message.